Greetings, people of YouTube. Wayne Hackman here, aka Waxstar, and in this video I'm going to teach you how to take your iPhone 6 Plus, perhaps even earlier models, and change the battery inside. And first thing that I purchased off Amazon was this. I'll put a link in the description below. It is a battery replacement designed specifically for the iPhone 6 Plus. They do other models of iPhone as well. It's called PowerBear, and they give you all the tools that they need to help you get this job done. So let's have a look at what you get. Inside the box, it's just very simple. What you have is all of the things that you need to make things possible. Obviously, a new replacement battery. You have the adhesive that goes on the back of the battery to hold it into the phone. Lovely little sticker. Stop! A little warning, don't forget to calibrate your battery. Here tells you about the warranty. This is quite useful. This is what I'm going to be using, is all the steps necessary to make this happen. Now, I have a little bit of experience of pulling apart iPhones. A nice little tweezer tool here, which is quite useful. A very small crosshead screwdriver. This is that star tool, or whatever you want to call it, that Apple is specific using on some of their screws, and then various tools to prise and pull your phone apart. So the first thing you need to do is you need to locate the two screws at the bottom, and then using this tool here, you very carefully unscrew. The second stage is to get this lifter tool here, or whatever you call it, a little suction cup, and you put that on top like so. You might just need to damp it up a little bit so you get a good seal. Here we go. Yep, looks good. So let's see if we can pull this up. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Don't obviously put too much stress on it. We can take this little tool off, or I can probably leave it on, and there we have it. This is what we're going to be replacing the battery. Now I'm sort of very carefully kind of leaning this over, because I don't want to put the stress on these cables here. So if I remember correctly, that this battery here, which is going to replace this battery here, if you look at the way it's set up, you can see that this connector goes here. So we've lifted it up, we've taken the tool off. The next few steps are very simple. We just need to unscrew these two little screws here. So I'm going to take the old battery away so we know where it is. And this is where you use the crosshead that is provided. We need to pull this little bit off here. There we go. So there you go. That's disconnected the battery. So it tells me that we need to undo this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And again, that's the crosshead, I believe. So let's go for it. So you pull that off, and now you can see this here is all the screen connector bits. Okay, so we're going to very carefully prise these off. We don't want to damage them, because obviously you want your phone to work afterwards. So there you go. Now the screen is completely free, so I'm going to move that over to one side, and we're now just left with the back of the iPhone case. The battery is stuck on with adhesive, which isn't too much of an issue, but we need to very carefully peel off the adhesive tabs, and you can see them here. These are the adhesive tabs here, which is holding this particular battery into place. So we need to just very carefully prise these off. And there you go, adhesive is removed. So once we've pulled the adhesive off, So after a bit of jiggery pokey and scraping with this little tool, I managed to get the battery off. Needless to say, it's not looking like it will ever go back into the battery, but that's into the phone rather. But that's okay, because obviously this is going to go in its place. So you can see this is the adhesive, and what you can do is you pull it out like this, and as you carefully pull it out, it actually pulls all the adhesive off, as you see, which leaves a nice little space for a new battery to go in its place. Please dispose of this responsibly. Right, now it's back to putting the new battery in place, and you're going to need these very special adhesive scripts, which obviously caused all the hassle of getting that other battery in. So if you ever do this replacement again, you're going to have to place them in a way so that you can pull these tabs out and pull the glue out like that. I hope that makes sense. The instructions are quite helpful. I'm going to place those adhesive strips on now. So this bit's really important. What I've done is I've seated the battery without the adhesive on it, and so you need this PowerBear logo facing up. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to push the phone that way. I'm going to flip it over like so. So this part here will marry up with the backing of the case, and then it recommends that you place the adhesive down like this, and you do it in a way that these little tabs protrude over the edge of the battery. Now this is quite cool because you pull off the first layer and you can see that these are sticky. You only get one shot at this, so please do take your time and take a little bit. So I'm just going to gently place that on the back of the battery like so, and then I'm going to just gently rub those down so they're nice and solid, and then this is where you pull off the other side of the battery, and we pull that off like that. Now you can see that is sticky, and this is where you only get one chance at doing this. So I'm just going to put this in like so, and down the battery goes. Now the battery is nice and solid in place, and then you have these final little bits of adhesive which fold the tabs over like so, and we'll do the same on this one here, so that if you ever have to replace this again, you can peel that back and pull these out, hopefully without having them break like they did with me. So the battery is now in the back of the phone, so it's starting to look like it did beforehand. Now we're going to reconnect this, is the last thing that I'm going to do, but what we're going to do now is going to reconnect all of the ribbon cables and put all the screws back in the way that I found them, and we should be getting close. It's time to reconnect the battery. Now what I would suggest you do is reconnect the battery and turn it on and check everything works before you screw everything back in, because if it doesn't work, you can obviously go back into the phone fairly easily and work out what's gone wrong. So I'm not even going to put the plate on here, but what I'm going to do is very carefully just put that down, hold this on, and we have power. Fantastic. So the phone has booted up, everything seems to be working well. Let's go into WhatsApp and then press the home key. Everything seems to be operational, all the sensors on the front. Let's just check the camera, let's do front facing camera. See, it's all operating in the way that it should do, which is really good, which just leaves you now to do the last few screws here on the plate that you took off here, do the clip the screen back on, do the final two screws there, and then what you need to do is fully charge the phone, fully discharge it, fully charge it, fully discharge it. That's what they say calibrates the battery. So that's how you do an iPhone 6 Plus replacement battery. I'm sure it's very similar for very similar models of the phone. I'll put the link in the description for the kit that I used, and as always, thanks for watching and have one on me.